Knows what mystery found? Who knows what mystery found? Live from the intersection of free humanity and the meaning of life in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It is Mystery Font 42 Ope Intuit. Grit, mind, grip. Grist for chill, bliss for it. Management of array. Array liaised mind maze may be game to play. Plays games, and not all games are games. And not all things that aren't games are not games as well. Imagination aid. May, when may, might, play, be nature, or play with the creature, aim might help, shape, situate, sate, glade, make it safe, one in which you can safely promenade. A sitrep update, a recommended uptake of your intuition aim, of your imagination, and of the facts and how we tell what fact is or is not, and thus may dispel. We stand for a spell, let's stand for that spell well. From the mindness at the font of mystery, I bid good. I bid well. Remember, DEI is humanity, and we are all de-icers, or we're Nazis. And we don't want to be Nazis. We want to choose to see humanity on the other side of a window, or a border, or our nose. We want to choose to see every person as human, because if we choose to not see some people as people, we become Nazis. And DEI is humanity. Became, today, imagination aim. From inside the focused pinhole camera, the camera obscura at the mystery font, in the reflecting pool where the liaised colossi, this area of receptor, this particular amplification or focus or welling, this welling of the mindness that betrays the truth we can find in the Statue of Liberty, where we can find that in fact all minds imagining American democracy liaise and are in some sense becoming self-aware as a mind. And that this grows as it always has, but we need to steward our body and our mind, the human mind, certainly the American mind, and that's all of us here. That's all people here, just like in the Constitution is written. And what constitutes us makes up our very body. We are the reality distortion fielding. And we have a national body.
You are in an abusive relationship.
And we're in an abusive relationship.
Shocking boundary violations are one common grooming tactic of a narcissist or dark triad personality. If someone in your life points into a camera knowing you'll be looking at the view screen and pulls their finger like a trigger, looking into your eyes, saying, I could shoot someone in the street and not lose anyone, it is a good indicator of a bad situation. You are in an abusive relationship. Who has leveraged and climbed upon a fog of falsehood? Who has donned the falsehood? Who is the falsehood?
That's the fear of separation. 6, the fear of separation. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Prepared people can plan and plan quick. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He meant to draw iceberg Titanic. Good gray array, liaised, the mind may be nature, our aim can shape. The mind mained, imagination aimed, light proclaims like a field that contains and exclaims your very name, radio science brain, imagination aim, imagination aid. Like liminal play was gently squeezed into juice today, like lemonade was made, freshly played, to say imagination's pay might be game and play and might be innovation and parade, promenade, or just grade, just more safe path, way. Imagination aim may make imagination aid as play. The mind may, in fact, be game to play always, may some say, gamely with gams that move from where you sit to where you stand. Exactly the right size and shape to humanity. Might we human humanity, might we have that filled cavity with us, filled omnibus, each you beatus one of us, obeying just ourself. And yet through this, being the omnibus that is liaised, that is fresh-faced and time-phased, radio science brain, emancipate, triape. We are sweet, great apes, and let's make shameless shapes, not without contrition for wrong, but let's make those shapes gray array, upgrade, liaised. Let's update the recommended ways that love holds and sways. Potentially it's sane to love, potentially contained below, above the line. We will not cross. It's clear where love stands. Imagine prepared people plan quick and know where love stands. Imagine human beings know the difference between a book and a book they can find trustworthy because of fact or because of idea. They're willing to challenge and test, not in manipulation, but in search for the verity. We actually do want to know what's happening, even if we just want to know that we're safe to talk, to care for our mother, to take the time it's needed to deal with our uniform before we go to work, to love our neighbor as ourself. There's a lot. And very clearly a lot is being foisted with malicious intent by our own government. Stephen Miller is killing people. 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 Stephen Miller is killing Americans. Stephen Miller is killing Americans. Stephen Miller is trying to Kyle Rittenhouse America. Who is trying to do this, you ask? Who? You want a clarity of who, in fact, is steering this? At the behest or under the auspices of the falsehood, under the auspices of a job as Deputy Chief of Staff. M is conducting ethnic cleansing. He toys with a word like plenary in front of us to Babe Ruth where he's going to hit his next ball. This man is a deranged fetishist of Third Reich violence. He is a disturbed and disturbing, malicious, bad faith actor. M is lying to us. M is the locus of hokum's pocus. Hokey plotting us and prodding us and poking us with, is that thing sharp? Is that thing poisoned? Wait, why am I? And then you wake up somewhere. Sabotage and unthinkable harm will only escalate if we do not arrest Stephen M. Iller. His name is 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 M. Iller. His name is M. And now that we know M's name, M is lying, using 180-degree reversal of reality, a projection of his own guilty, insecure, rapist, pedophilic, violent, racist mind upon the world. Not only does he recognize the strategic leverage that a violent person can apply by farting out into the world the shit they are smelting inside and say, oh, I think someone's about to come out with some nasty shit. I hear some real rumblings. There's a lot of nasty stink about. Did you do it? Did you do it? Somebody doesn't smell good like me. Somebody has got some bad shit. Out with it. While it is Stephen Miller pooting, opening his rectum to let us dance with what he's smelting as it fills the space around him. M is lying because M wants to shit the bed of democracy. M wants to shit the bed of democracy. It's a thing with M. Like Elon Musk and Russ Vought, M wants devastation of America so that many people die and many deaths and disasters and foreclosures mean quick pickings at cheap for all the fixins left behind in this new era of Oh the Dickens. These people are real cards. We have a real trump card and we have a real joker. A cannibal, a rapist, a fetishist of racism. He is obsessed with hurting people, with defiling people and degrading people. His fetish for defiling people with brown skin is why he and Trump get along so well. They love to defile human beings. M loves to defile human beings. He's trying to shit the bed of democracy. He is trying to shit the bed of democracy. M is trying to BM all over the place. We cannot allow Stephen Miller to BM under the auspices of American power. Not anymore, and not ever again. He is a menace to public safety. Imagine someone just convincing someone, you know, my friends might seem rough, but just trust me. Just trust me to put together a little something to keep the community safe. And who does he bring? He brings the Ku Klux Klan. He brings the Death Blisters. He brings evil. He brings Nazis. Why on earth are we not clocking that we are dealing with violent extremists? They project more and more increasingly with real desperation. They claim that our cities are violent war zones, but the birds are calmly chirping because the people are calmly living. And they assail our community spirit, our community resilience in the face of lynch mobs showing up to beat the shit out of our fellow Americans. Because this Nazi, traitor to our country and traitor to America, traitor to humanity, because he's comfortable making projections like calling immigrants an invasion, projecting the Project 2025 invasion onto immigrants. It's really diabolical. He, with Donald Trump, fosters terror. He is fostering terror. He is a menace to humanity. Just like Charlie Kirk, like the dangerous and ridiculously, embarrassingly obvious Ku Klux Klan infiltrator to normalized culture, coming in with his, but maybe just these few people, these few people are bad. And his constant venom of coming in, really Scratch. He just walks in as Scratch. It's the element of the devil that just says, what if we just assumed, like Charlie Kirk's racist degradation of black pilots. All of this assailing of affirmative action and of DEI that assures there are hirings happen among communities where they weren't, is that that's the issue. It's not an issue of we're hiring people who aren't qualified. That's something that can easily be prevented. But if we are hiring people only who are white, because that's the way it's done, as was done in many spaces for a many decades or centuries, in fact, we're doing some repair. We're dealing with a hokuming Nazi confederacy. We're dealing with people who are murderers, who are rapists, who are child rapists. Donald Trump is a child rapist. And I mean that both in the sense that he rapes children, and has and will again if we don't stop him, but that he is also a child. He is certainly an adult, but he has the level of responsibility and respect for other people and for himself, for humanity, of a deranged child. And let's talk about TDS. Let's talk about projections. Let's talk about how when you know you're bringing batshit to the table, it helps to fart it out a bit. It helps to fart out a bit what you're packing, because at some point, people are going to smell the breath of the Kraken. And if you've been talking about how, gosh, the Kraken must have been in here, I smell Kraken breath, I think one of you might be in disguise and about to bite off all our health. Do I smell Kraken mouth in here? Says the Kraken. And the Kraken Stephen Miller's pants poots out the shit he is smelting inside. Likewise, Trump, knowing that he is intentionally using shocking boundary violations meant to shock, meant to disable us because they are overwhelming. Knowing that he is doing that, knowing that he is saying things that are 5 levels beyond what is accepted, that would be, deranged, that he is aware. He's aware that he is using shocking boundary violations. He's more than well aware. So on what planet does he not cut that off by saying that anyone who criticizes him is obviously one of those lunatics who can't stop screaming all the time about he's evil and the devil and he's You have in advance done Darvo. You have done deny, attack, reverse, victim, and offender in advance, because Darvonald lives in Darvoland. Darvonald lives in Darvoland. He has broken and shattered and rewritten all the rules for him beforehand. And if they were not written because he just now saw this 13-year-old for the first time that he knows he's going to molest. And he realizes, oh, there's somebody I already own. There's somebody I've already had sex with in the future. I can't wait to I'm going to start remembering what she tastes like. This is someone who lives as Darvo, a constant stream of deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. And this is why the Nazi Stephen Miller and Darvonald get along so swimmingly, that at least their working relationship is a swim for them both because they love to degrade people. And Stephen Miller is bringing something to the table in terms of intelligence that Donald does not have anywhere else besides Russ Vought in his camp. Yes, it is true. You heard it here like this. Darvonald lives in Darvoland. And we are here at the mystery font. It is the mindness in a physical space. And you're seeing the path of the sun within. The waiting room of the dentist's office, built here in 1940. And you see a doorway and a bit of some of the windows. There are chambers and portals here, portals in unexpected places that allow transit and liaison, and allow one to look as oil into a room where water is safe and where oil is safe here, and we can maybe look into the reality of the other, or maybe talk, or maybe have our own fluid dynamic on our own side of the portal and have some form of liaison and learning and understanding. Even things we can't touch, we have to find some relationship with, or find relationship with the universe or the world or our mind to live a life that brings us free of contact with things that we do not want to foster. Because what we practice grows. 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 And so we are living in Darvonald's Darvoland. We need to practice something other than behaving within the band of Stephen Miller, the brand of Stephen Miller. Because we're dealing with bondage here. We're dealing with being bound, being binded and coerced and tortured and killed. That is the bandwidth of Stephen Miller. That is M. It is the murderer, the murderer. You know, in Minneapolis, Stephen Miller actually made a brief appearance, or there was at least some refraction of him that was delivered here. It may have had something to do with Mystery Font 42, come to think of it. That shards of information make it through even to the material form, or a hokum-based proto-reality materialis. That a fragment or shatter shard of reality can become a habitant, a momentary mention, a description and form that might vanish. But this happened yesterday. It may happen again today. Because Stephen Miller showed up in Minneapolis. We'll show footage of that later. Well, there's actually footage of Stephen Miller and ICE that I will show later. The mindedness at the mystery font is creating a multi-room portrait of this neighborhood. That multiple rooms around this reflecting pool will all of them have various kinds of cameras obscura to show the world outside in a subdued, upside down and laterally reversed image, just like in the eye, upside down and backwards, side to side. And our minds, our brains, flip that image to be read such that we reach out and our fingers are grabbing in the area we believe they're going to, because we are seeing as if we see right side up and not reversed, because our brain does it for us. But here we are in the mindness, and there, without a double image happening, where hopefully we can escape, and we can escape, the Darvo land and see that there is a reality of sabotage, and indeed with a White House at war with the population of the United States. For reality, we must hopefully peacefully fight. But we must fight. We must endeavor to foster, make strong, and protect reality. And part of it is not buckling to the idea that one person or one party or one movement gets to define reality, and certainly not under one person's mind. We are dealing with murdersome menaces who want control, and it will be damning, dangerous bloodbath. It doesn't need to be as bad as it probably will for us to say this must never come to pass. We must realize it's not inevitable for there to be ruin and massive civil war. We are dealing with ongoing, massive distortions in the field of reality. Massive distortions. Because the people we trust and entrust with roles like government are not supposed to destroy the system that holds us all. We are dealing with full-fledged wartime sabotage. We are dealing with full-fledged wartime sabotage. The Heritage Foundation president, Kevin Roberts, told us they were starting a second American Revolution, which would be bloodless if the left allows it. That is lynch mob speak. That's death threat. That is, we're coming, and if you don't get in our way, you won't get fucked up as much. And that is essentially really only a message to people he doesn't plan to die at the hands of the Ku Klux Klan in Nike masks as ICE. It is ethnic cleansing. And Kevin Roberts is a traitor to humanity. He is a violent, lynch-mobbing slave master and a terrorist, just like M. Who is M? Why, there he is, the ethnic cleanser and rape booster, M. Stephen M. Miller. Stephen Miller, who is known on planet Earth as M. There is a small open house happening tonight at the Mystery Font ahead of micro theater performance of The Falsehood. We're doing the last arrangements of organization and tidying and readying to share the song cycle and some elements of the field of the glow spectrum, the three-dimensional glow spectrum in which this piece happens. Much of it in total blackout, into which small objects and images and light permeate that darkness in a subdued, sensory-deprived selection of certain elements. The audience is allowed to just be free to go where they go with what is offered visually, and the blitherings and assertions in recordings and those of the performers knit some area into which the audience can knit meaning. So when they see Liberty singing, they may not necessarily make out for sure that, oh yes, that is a woman performing as Liberty, or certainly maybe not recognize the race of the performer, such that if we do come out of blackout, we may find that Liberty is being played by a woman of color, as makes sense to have a black woman or an indigenous woman, someone of mixed race, playing Liberty, because the Statue of Liberty celebrates emancipation from slavery. Stephen Miller has a particular hatred for the Statue of Liberty and for its message of inclusion and invitation. Stephen Miller is going to try to harm and alter and destroy the Statue of Liberty. Because Stephen Miller really has a brand. The brand is M. The brand is M. The incredible danger that Stephen is trying to bring that he encourages Trump to bring with declaring the Insurrection Act to be declaring our country to be under insurrection and in need of this act. This will unleash havoc that is now super weaponized by the directive number 7 by the president, along with the designation of Antifa as a terrorist organization, a non-existent organization which does not have membership, which there is likely not one piece of evidence that is in any way legitimate to support that there is anything called Antifa, let alone the fact that what they're clearly trying to do is simply to demonize a murky subset, scapegoated, many of whom we know are to be tossed there by the mind of MAGA. But it's really anyone that they decide are against them. Anyone who criticizes them, anyone they want to label as extremist and against the ideas of quote-unquote traditional America, or like totalitarian, very Orwellian passages in these, in the new 7, the decree number 7, that directive, I should say, number 7. This is what would be used as legal grounds to, will be used as legal grounds, but is certainly not legal. The rounding up and kidnapping that ICE and M are doing now, that is, that MICE are doing now, is illegal. And whatever blanket of legality given by the Supreme Court to some of these actions, we will find in time that we are seeing war crimes, that he is murdering people. And that will be sorted out. It's best to begin that now. It's best to hold Stephen Miller and the White House to account at this moment for murder and for crimes against humanity, including, it looks like a couple of boats now, that they simply claim and murder, and we're supposed to, or inform us that they have dispatched human beings and lay claim that they were the bad guys. And just like accepting Trump's press officer's ridiculous assertion that Trump's smaller crowd was larger, crowd smaller by 100,000 people at least, with the photographs to prove it, they were supposed to simply swallow the assertion because they will never stop saying it until they're dead or smacked so fucking hard in the mouth that they can't talk because they're looking for their teeth, or convinced that they have been seen, that they have been without the need to use such violence, that they have been identified as spreading falsehood and that it is not tolerated. As in the boundaries of steel, just like the boundaries of steel written in paper, in multiple papers over decades by Moms for Liberty and Kevin Roberts and Stephen Miller, into a shape of paper cuts wherever the left would move. We're dealing with a mass murderer in charge in the White House. It is time to arrest Stephen Miller. It's time to arrest Russ Vought. It's time to dispatch these people who are waving the words of Hitler to healthcare or prison or both. But they do not need enabling, they need help. And we are frankly out and AWOL ourselves. We opened this can, and we need to whoop its ass back into the can. We're going to retube this fucking paste. These are Nazis. It's not a joke. They're directly contradicting reality and making us swallow it like potatoes. And it's fucking paste. It is lies and Nazi patriarchal terrorism. They are grinding people. Say it along with me. Terrible things are happening outside. It is happening. We stop it, or the question is, when did you stop rooting for Indiana Jones? When did you stop rooting for Indiana Jones? I soured on him a while ago because he seemed to blow, realizing he had stolen bones from where bones go. I thought Indy would keep fighting Nazis long enough to know that he was stewarding those relics and would take them back home. The mystery haunted me, told me this history's not too mysterious to be seen aptly. We are not a great nation, are we? Not in the way being said by MAGA. Andrew the Great. I think people want to have lives that are good, and we want to have lives that are okay, and want a word or a symbol like okay to be safe from the KKK. We don't want to participate in poison wool blankets. We don't want to normalize Nazis like Charlie Kirk. No loyal American in their right minds would ever want to normalize a Nazi like Charlie pathetic fucking Kirk. Someone that disturbed and smiling their bloody cannibal grin, that they're friendly and a family man and they believe in God. That utter horseshit. Needs to be confronted directly, because this is distortion of reality. It is the Westboro Baptist Church mind. It's likely he was killed by MAGA. But if he wasn't, in any case, to use the death of someone and parade him in a celebratory fashion, a trolling celebration meant to irk people, that this racist, smiling, doughy, preening, racist coward that we would allow that anyone who cared about him as a human being would allow, the shape made of him here it's as if they wanted to shove it down our throats. The accusation projected again and again and again about people just doing their thing, existing, that is shoving it down the throats of MAGA. For somebody who dresses differently than many people to simply dress the way they want to dress somehow shoves it down the throat of MAGA. For someone to be different than MAGA shoves it down their throat because they need to control reality. It is a totalitarian mindset that everyone must be controlled and we are accepted as the jailers in our own community and we will lock this shit down. And if you're a man who looks like that, you're not a man. This kind of insipid terrorism against one another to fit into cookie cutters that someone terrorized us into is shameful and disgusting. And with Stephen Miller in particular, we should have been able to apprehend before now that we're dealing with massive racism, massive, deadly racism. But in the case of Charlie Kirk, I guess it's my sense that he would like how he's being used, but really meant to further hurt people. That ostentatious celebration and weaponization, really, a preemptive shaming and punishment of people for being relieved at the death of a violent, lynch mob-provoking white Ku Klux Klan coward. That's a Darvo attack in advance. Right, Scoop Troop? Darvonald lives in Darvo land, and Charlie Kirk did too. So I guess he probably would be on board. He probably would be on board. And interestingly enough, Donald Trump has really been giving aid and comfort to Vance Bolter since the moment he committed those murders and multiple, and including attempts that were failed on that in that spree. He's been giving aid and comfort to him. He started by insulting the governor of Minnesota and saying there wasn't any point to call the governor of Minnesota when 4 people had been shot, 2 of them killed, one of them murdered, a U.S. senator, one of the injured, a U.S. senator. I believe, or were they representatives? I think representatives. This is political violence. These are murders. These are assassinations. These are killings and attempted killings. And Trump started with a tone and has begun, followed through on that beginning, giving aid and comfort to the MAGA assassin and to others like him. Well, the path of the sun is now moving over such that it's behind a bit of an obstruction from this view. But let's move on, for the moment, to think about that time back when. Why did he lie about his crowd size? I mean, obviously he's a size queen, but what's happening there? Why is it so important to make people accept what is obviously a lie in some kind of an aggressive mind trick? What's happening there? Why lie, obviously, with the implicit and overt message that this will be accepted, that this lie will be given until it is accepted? Why coercingly lie? Why lie?
I made a speech. I looked out. The field was, it looked like a million and a half people. They showed a field where there were practically nobody standing there.
The new White House press secretary, Sean Spicer, gave his first press briefing. He was also highly critical of some media organisations of the way he felt they had misrepresented the number of people who'd attended Friday's inauguration ceremony.
No one had numbers because the National Park Service, which controls the National Mall, does not put any out. This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period, both in person and around the globe.
It does not excuse, and you did not answer the question.
I did answer your question.
No, you did not. You did not answer the question of why the president asked the White House press secretary to come out in front of the podium for the first time and utter a falsehood. Why did he do that? It undermines the credibility of the entire White House press office on day one.
Don't be so overly dramatic about it, Chuck. You're saying it's a falsehood, and Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts to that.
This was the largest ever. This was the largest audience to ever witness this inauguration.
So we're here in the Mindness at the Mystery Font, and the camera being used for this main view right now is not quite so deft as the one that I'm going to show you a view of now. This is what's been happening in the space over the last more than an hour, I think, but at least following the path of the sun and what's been happening in that regard on the floor. Well, let's just say this is another view that I'm going to share. And it's rather fantastic, actually. Here we go. This is the camera obscura at the Mystery Font. And of course, this is a time lapse. We'll let it run again. It's still running. This is still the same time lapse. And you can see I moved a camera suspended there on a chair for another view. It wasn't there at the beginning of the time lapse. It's just finishing, and there we begin again. But you can see just how much sky is pouring, all these clouds, and the path of the sun. That this is what you'll see if you come here, not at this speed, but if you visit the mystery font during the day or here at this time, as was just, we are now at 5, just about, nearing 5 p.m. And so there's still ample view, but in terms of the precession of the sun, we're nearing the end of the day of when there's actually a sunspot. It's still happening, but I've now ended this shot so you can see what was there. The sun did travel out of view of the shot, but this is what it's like here and what a camera obscura can do. It just has to be well focused. All right. Someone calls wanting to make sure that I have food is really excellent. I am an artist working with everything that I have to counter the falsehood here from the mystery font. Aha, he's poked into view over there, hasn't he? Yes, he's always guiding hokum like that. Always guiding hokum, just like that. Or sometimes yes, sometimes the ship shows up. I've thought it was an iceberg at times. And there is an iceberg that shows up here. Burgles, you've probably met Burgles before. And I still sometimes think maybe that this ship is Icebergles. That it just takes on a different appearance or can cloak itself. But in any case, it is a white blade of ice in the form of some kind of ship. and it may be of heat so hot that it turns to ice. But it is manifest density. It is the bad ship manifest destiny going where it always goes, to the wrong side of history. It's not to say that it goes to that, but it takes where it takes what it takes and whom it takes to the wrong side of history. Who is that at the front? That is the falsehood. That is the one who donned an age where lying is smart, who donned the cowl of the falsehood. A person with the power to cloud humans' minds so they cannot see him, so they cannot see his true identity. Like a shadow, he is the falsehood.
You are in an abusive relationship. Shocking boundary violations are one common grooming tactic of a narcissist or dark triad personality. If someone in your life points into a camera knowing you'll be looking at the view screen and pulls their finger like a trigger, looking into your eyes, saying, "I could shoot someone in the street and not lose anyone," it is a good indicator of a bad situation. You are in an abusive relationship. Who has leveraged and climbed upon a fog of falsehood? Who has donned the falsehood? Who is the falsehood?
sets the fear of separation. 6, the fear of separation. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Prepared people can plan and plan quick. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He meant to draw iceberg Titanic.
You are in an abusive relationship.
Here we are at the font. And you know, when he said this, what's troubling is that he didn't just say he could shoot somebody in the street and not lose any voters. It's where that idea came from and what he was saying, what he was trying to characterize there. He said, the thing that's crazy, the thing about my voters, they love me so much. The people, they love me so much. This is how much they love me. They love me so much that I could stand out on Fifth Avenue and not lose any voters. That's what he said. That is defilement. And you know when you're being filmed that people are going to see it. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. And that's why he did it.
The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual actually. The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual actually. The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual actually. The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual actually. The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual actually. The falsehood will facts are factual actually. The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts are factual actually. The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts are factual actually. The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts are factual actually. The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts are factual actually. The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts are factual actually.
All right, so here we are in the mindness, and as you can see, well, my hair is shorter in order to play Stephen Miller, which I did yesterday, and I may show footage of that soon here at the font, but I just wanted to bring you to see another, I want to share another of the camera's obscura here. That's a work in progress, but it's quite lovely. You see? It's so simple. And this is the corner of the building next door, and the sky, of course. Just a motion image that can be, of course, adapted and in some sense focused or made sharper, but it's its own peculiar version, and just one way in which we can create a vision of the world, or let a bit of it in to affect the world in here, within the font of Mystery 42. And all of these spaces, in fact, there's one in here too. And hopefully it's light enough that you can see. This one's really quite special too. And allowing a little bit of light leak with that sharp bead that bleeds, getting these lines is kind of fun. But hopefully, I'm not looking at a readout, I'm just seeing the readout in reality. So I'm not sure if it's visible to you. I hope so. But these are all tuned to be ready for when people come to visit, because, and there you can see the Washington Monument and such over in the window, where you see the sun is still making transit across the scape of the Mystery font, as it does. As it does. Yes. And the Chicago World's Fair Pavilion, I believe. This is the world inside the Font of Mystery 42. And in these portals, like this one here, and look, you can see how the sun leaves its mark on the treated fabric. This is where one of the mechanisms through which the falsehood is created and the images that come through are rendered. Let's see here. Aha. What have we handy? This one works well. All right. So the window that you're looking at now, this portal, is probably the newest one created. But part of what this allows for is for us to examine and work with projections. And in particular, I'm interested. Oop. There we are. I'm interested in how we continue to thrive as humanity together. And I think it's essential that all of us are included. We're actually born equal, and equity is used to administer care to all across our diversity. And it is wise and just and good to foster diversity, and wise and just and good to foster systems that allow us to do so. Imagine how it's possible that we've let people tell us to not be aware of what our neighbors need. Imagine people telling us now that we should not be woke, when woke means being aware enough to treat our neighbors with care so we are not menaces, so we are not monsters, so we are not in some way a satanic force in a world that can be beautiful and without that force. Who is the falsehood? Who? Multiple presidents have called for the identity of the falsehood. But what's come of it? Who has really shown the courage necessary? Few, I would say, have shown the courage necessary in the light of day to say no to people who show absolute malice. Who is willing to stand and be a leader? And in the name of Washington, whose monument is blipping from reality in Washington here to the Mystery Font to be beheld by us, struck by the sun, In the name of Washington, let's note his deed of adhering to the idea that this was not a monarchy, that after a brief term as president, it was not long before he said, it's time to pass this on to someone else because we do not have kings. We do not have kings. And Washington took care to let that be real. And the sun can mark the monument too. You see, in creating the falsehood, a piece about discerning the falsehood and knowing what to do in its presence, or even potentially more difficult, knowing what to do when we recognize we and our communities are actually under attack by the falsehood. What then do we do? Look, you can see this, the line. The line of the sun's path has really charged the fabric. You can see it. I didn't think it would hang on to it for so long, but that's distinct. We can see the path of the sun. We can see and the font tends to hold a little longer for a little bit differently luscious memory. You see, this is the memory font. You see, it's all of us liaised here. It's everyone. All of the elephants in memory. That's all of the elephants. It's all of the donkeys too, but it's all of the elephants. We are the entire memory of elephants. And we are a mastery, and we are, each of us, keepers and holders, and a fostering of the mystery. And true mastery comes in part with knowing that there is no one to master but ourselves. That it is absolute abomination and crime to enslave. It is absolute abomination and crime, the work that Russ Vogt and Stephen Miller and Kevin Roberts are doing. They are doing evil. They're doing massive, intentional, bigoted, racist evil. And we are a memory of elephants. We are the reality distortion fielding. We can absorb lies and even color them into being ourselves, but we are also the minds who can perceive when that happens. And if we want to know the truth, we can foster seeing fact and truth. We can foster clearer vision of reality. And no one with the truth should be afraid of reality. We can perceive the falsehood. And by that, we may know something more about who has donned the falsehood. This week I've put out a single for 6 the Feet of Separation. 6 the Feet of Separation is part of the falsehood, part of the song cycle. And that is out from the sound up now. Six, the feet of separation. The fabric has a memory. The fabric of reality has a memory. Our fabric has a memory. The fabric of humanity has a memory. And this mystery font may continue to be. I can move elsewhere, but I could use the help of humanity to help continuing to foster a vision of what's happening and bringing more artists here to be in conversation and sharing their work, and also experiencing this pool, this reflecting pool here, the mindness that is the imagination of democracy. What it's possible to do here is really magnificent. And I want it for more people and to create more episodes that people also can enjoy. So tomorrow, there will be the first official preview, I believe, will have a booking availability. I think the logistics came through, so I'm ready to put that up to book. But tonight, there will just be open doors, and friends and colleagues can swing by in sort of a pre-preview ahead of No Kings, and I'll be sharing some fragments that I'm building as I calmly but rigorously land some version of the falsehood that is encapsulating this moment we're going through now. And until October 28th, which is the anniversary of the dedication of the Statue of Liberty, I will be honing and developing and perfecting a performance of the falsehood. And it looks like having some guest artists as well. The idea being that the normal mystery font formula of having multiple segments into which the falsehood sometimes drops, or that there's a segment from the falsehood, that this will be the mystery font presents the falsehood here at the Fonted House, the mystery font. And so this Fonted House will have a showing that will include a smaller segment that is a guest artist, rather than the falsehood being sort of the smaller segment within the variety show. Then in this case, we're presenting this piece with someone potentially bringing another fragment, a voice from outside of this piece that I've made in a very kind of solo fashion. That I've tried to bring other people into it, but as of yet, it's been me working alone on it, and I really want to bring a small ensemble together and to be able to remunerate them well. As someone dealing with chronic post-traumatic stress disorder and learning how to deal and healing my mind within the frame of understanding that that has come largely, not just through an early experience of violence, but largely through being a neurodivergent person in this world and being gaslit and psychologically tortured, as many of us are. But here, I've been able to develop this series, bringing artists here, and develop the glow spectrum and the song cycle and the story around the falsehood. Of course, it's following reality. This is the unfolding world we are fostering and allowing to move forward and encoding into being. And I think we can change where we're going. And I need your support in order to bring the falsehood to the next stage. I'm developing some sort of Kickstarter or fundraiser appropriate to articulate that and share a video of what's been in store and seen already and where it's going. Because I think the solo performances I'll do here will be a good document of where it is and will be unique and special, in part because of this construct of an American flag and an imagination of democracy manufactured as a room. It truly is incredible that it exists the way that it does. And with the shapes and wallpaper and form and location, all of it. And so, at least while I'm here, I want to bring people in finally to see the work in this tiny space in a micro theater setting and see how these chambers and portals, how this arrangement of space fosters different kinds of creative activities as well for writers, or in kind of a tiny desk performance in an immersive theater sense. It's time to, at least for a time, let people experience what this space can do. It's my hope that we can continue it with an artistic use. My priority at the moment is to find a new studio if that need be, and also I need to move my home at the same time. In any case, I'm moving my home because that has to happen, but I hope to stay here longer, and in any case, really must produce, a cast version, like a 5-person at least cast version of the falsehood that can be on tour, that can move to New York, that can move to other places, because it really, and be produced by others, because it really is about the experience in the room of this glow spectrum in the room, and how, especially in 3 dimensions, objects somewhat divorced from scale by being in darkness or by popping somewhat, that they seem to have a sense of communion from spaces where they exist elsewhere. That it enters a kind of liminal space or suggests an openness that with a deprivation of senses, what we do see becomes magnified or able to be played with. And so people can come to their own experience from where they are. That's what I'm trying to build here. And there will be a Kickstarter, but if you have interest to support this work, I would ask that you go to Public Displays of Affection or to iTunes and purchase the new single, 6 The Feet of Separation, or earlier recordings. All of the recordings that I've put out since 2022, the only professional recordings I've put out in years of making work, they're all to do with the falsehood. And it would be absolutely magnificent if you would consider sharing the website or music or the web series with anyone you think might appreciate it, and that you consider making a patronly donation to Public Displays of Affection. This is the QR code for the website, and this site holds not only the falsehood, but and from the sound up, which is the music component of my work at Public Displays of Affection. But it also has information about the system I'm developing of doing public displays in storefronts and outdoors, but potentially to use a sound send from an indoor performance to an outdoor audience or vice versa, or to offer optional channels of experience within sound such that people can have a richer experience or have a simulcast translation or a simulcast live commentary by a director who's come to watch the show 2 weeks into the run. There are a lot of ways we just haven't explored developing the experience that performance can be by adding another view upon it, or adding another way, an additive that, especially if you've seen it before, might be great to see it maybe translated into the original language by the author and his family come to read the roles that he wrote about them. So you can see there at Public Displays of Affection things about the public displays and Wi-Fi send that I call Hear Hear, an audio amphitheater of attention, an amphitheater of attention that I call Hear Hear. And if you go to let's see here. If you go to Public Displays of Affection, let's see. There we are. We're getting ready for some important things going on. And I'd like to share a piece that I made now 8 years ago. The piece is called Siege. And I think it's been true every day since I made it. I think every day since I wrote what I wrote, in the words of this brief video that's about 2.5 minutes, not even that, 2 minutes and 17 seconds, that all of this remains true. Some of it maybe has developed, there are other actors in the mix, but everything that I'm about to share in this video, I believe, remains true, and that is absolutely tragic and insane. And reckoning with what the predictions or what the assessment at the time was, in the sense that it would continue, and that it has. It's horrific. But in terms of maybe not feeling crazy, that it does seem to be what it is, that it is what it does seem to be. This is Siege. And it was made 8 years ago. let's see here. If we get this. Yes. And then we get this. Agora. Agora. Agora is a word that I believe refers to the Greek public square, a space where, a marketplace where there was free speech to be observed and had, where people might sell things or maybe step up on a box of some kind and say, I would like to share these ideas, and would share those ideas. The Agora and siege, and in the light of a video such as I just showed, a video that clearly diagnoses a situation which remains and has intensified along these vectors. I ask that you adhere to keeping in mind that we may be dealing with bad faith actors and adjusting to knowing that that is where we are, that that's what's happening, so that we're not surprised by attacks because we are under siege. So that we're not surprised that we're under siege because these are bad faith actors who mean us harm. What I mean is we're dealing with ethnic cleansing. And Stephen Miller means us harm. That's M. Means us harm. Actual, real, devastating harm. And in light of the siege underway, I would like to say from the same period of time, I have another video. And I have a couple of these that maybe would just be good to put on loop as I get ready to prepare. To prepare for tonight and to prepare for tomorrow. Because performance of the falsehood will begin tomorrow. Sharing it live via video and sharing it live to 1 to 12 or so people here at the Mystery Font per performance. And let's go now. In this period of time where I made the video Siege, I also made one or two that had to do with the idea that our country should not accept someone who demands that they will be a monarch. That, in fact, we should be able to expect that this will be respected. Oh, let's put it on repeat. Let's put it on repeat. What the? Wait a minute. Am I looking at the wrong thing? How? I've done this before. What's going on? Come on, Jiminy. Let's see here. Okay.
I don't know when you have to give it up.
What the?
Oh, I'm sorry. The guy I'm seeing now.
That's not what I want to play at all. I don't know what it is even. Why is this not doing what do? Let's see here. Let's see here. How make work? Okay, yeah, that's... When did YouTube stop allowing us to make something loop? Is this new? Why can I not make something loop? Why can I not make something loop? This is strange. Very strange. Well, I can play them one by one, I suppose. It's mighty odd, but let's do that. I wonder, maybe I can make it repeat by playing it from this other source. Let's do that. Actually, this seems like a decent time to play 6 the Feet of Separation. This is the new single, and I wonder if I can. No. Let's see here. Come on. Not that. We want to look at this. There we go. So this is 6 the Feet of Separation, and hopefully this will play the song. As you can see, from the sound up, there is an earlier version down here at the bottom from 2024. There's another version on the Mystery Font 42 Ope Intuit and the Falsehood Volume 1 album that has a couple different versions of Radio Science Brain and of Reality Distortion Fielding, a couple different versions of Oh the Amazing, as well as covers of Broken Wings by Mr. Mister and Pipes of Peace by Paul McCartney, as well as 6 the Feet of Separation, the earliest version that I put out, and Constance, Kindness Come. And so now, that is, last year we put out 6 the Feet of Separation, a single. This is the earliest output, the Falsehood Reality Distortion Fielding theme. And here we have the new single 6 the Feet of Separation. So we'll play this as I get set up something I'd like to run for some time.
6 the feet of separation, 6 degrees of separation, 6 the feet of Kevin Bacon, 6 the feet of separation. Didn't mean to cause a panic. The great American wall builder said, I know what to do. I can use you. Just let it through. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Yet 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. Guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. You guard a tree and leave a stump. That's not what I call guardian. You embody actual trump. You're a real card, your father's son. You're a real card, your father's suit. You're a real card, your father's boot. It's not the thing you swear upon. It's what your heart was. It's what your heart wants. It's what your heart will not abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's how your word becomes action. It's that your word's an honest one. How long must you menace us? Do you doubt the new Colossus? You're a real card. You're a real card. You're a real card. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation.
What's your problem? Why are you making... Why is it doing that? Oh, well. I think it still comes across whether or not it's doing that searching thing, but that's kind of weird. Huh. Nope.
The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual actually. The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual actually. The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual actually. The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual actually. The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual actually. The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The feet of separation. 6 degrees of separation. 6 the feet of Kevin Bacon. 6 the feet of separation. Didn't mean to cause a panic. You didn't mean to cause a panic. Prepared people can plan and plan quick. You didn't mean to cause a panic. You meant to draw iceberg Titanic. You didn't mean to cause a panic. Yet 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. The Nazis lost in World War II as Allied radar read their crew. The great American wall builder said, I know what to do. I can use you. Just let it through. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Yet 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. Guard a tree and leave it stump. I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. You guard a tree and leave a stump. That's not what I call guardian. You embody actual Trump. You're a real card, your father's son. You're a real card, your father's suit. You're a real card, your father's loot. It's not the thing you swear upon. It's what your heart was. It's what your heart wants. It's what your heart will not abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's how your word becomes action. It's that your word's an honest one. How long must you menace us? Do you doubt the new Colossus? You're a real card. You're a real card. You're a real card. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. Six feet of separation. 6 degrees of separation. 6 feet of Kevin Bacon. 6 feet of separation. He cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Prepared people can plan and plan quick. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He meant to draw iceberg Titanic. He didn't mean to cause a panic, yet 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. The Nazis lost in World War II as Allied radar read their crew. And what we knew was probably due. The great American wall builder said, I know what to do. I can use you. Just let it through. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Yet 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. To guard a tree and leave a stump, I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump, I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump, I don't perceive a guardian. You guard a tree and leave a stump. That's not what I call guardian. You embody actual trump. You're a real card, your father's son. You're a real card, your father's suit. You're a real card, your father's loot. It's not the thing you swear upon. It's what your heart was. It's what your heart wants. It's what your heart will not abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's how your word becomes action. It's that your word's an honest one. How long must you menace us? Do you doubt the new Colossus? You're a real card. You're a real card. You're a real card. 6 the feet of separation. 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 Six the feet of separation. 6 degrees of separation. 6 the feet of Kevin Bacon. 6 the feet of separation. Didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Prepared people can plan and plan quick. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He meant to draw iceberg Titanic. He didn't mean to cause a panic, yet 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. The Nazis lost in World War II as Allied radar read their crew. And what we knew was probably due. The great American wall builder said, I know what to do. I can use you. Just let it through. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Yet 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. To guard a tree and leave a stump, I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump, I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump, I don't perceive a guardian. You guard a tree and leave a stump. That's not what I call guardian. You embody actual trump. You're a real card, your father's son. You're a real card, your father's suit. You're a real card, your father's loot. It's not the thing you swear upon. It's what your heart was. It's what your heart wants. It's what your heart will not abandon. It's what won't abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's how your word becomes action. It's that your word's an honest one. How long must you menace us? Do you doubt the new Colossus? You're a real card. You're a real card. You're a real card. 6 feet of separation. 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 6 degrees of separation. 6 feet of Kevin Bacon. 6 feet of separation. Didn't mean to cause a panic. Didn't mean to cause a panic. Prepared people can plan and plan quick. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He meant to draw iceberg Titanic. Didn't mean to cause a panic, yet 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. Nazis lost in World War II. As Allied raid our red and cool. And what we knew was probably due. The great American wall builder said, I know what to do. I can use you. Just let it through. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. You guard a tree and stump. That's not what I call guardian. You embody actual trump. You're a real card, your father's son. You're a real card, your father's suit. You're a real card, your father's loot. It's not the thing you swear upon. It's what your heart was. It's what your heart wants. It's what your heart will not abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's how your word becomes action. It's that your word's an honest one. How long must you menace us? Do you doubt the new Colossus? You're a real card. You're a real card. You're a real card. 6 feet of separation. 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 6 degrees of separation. 6 feet of Kevin Bacon. 6 feet of separation. Didn't mean to cause a panic. You didn't mean to cause a panic. Prepared people can plan and plan quick. You didn't mean to cause a panic. You meant to draw iceberg Titanic. You didn't mean to cause a panic, yet 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. The Nazis lost in World War II as Allied radar read their crew. And what we knew was probably due. The great American wall builder said, I know what to do. I can use you. Just let it through. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Yet 6 feet of separation. perceive a guardian to guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian to guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. You guard a tree and leave a stump. That's not what I call guardian. You embody actual trump. You're a real card, your father's son. You're a real card, your father's suit. You're a real card, your father's boot. It's not the thing you swear upon. It's what your heart was. It's what your heart wants. It's what your heart will not abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's how your word becomes action. It's that your word's an honest one. How long must you menace us? Do you doubt the new Colossus? You're a real card. You're a real card. You're a real card. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. Six feet of separation. 6 degrees of separation. 6 feet of Kevin Bacon. 6 feet of separation. Didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Prepared people can plan and plan quick. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He meant to draw iceberg Titanic. He didn't mean to cause a panic, yet 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. The Nazis lost in World War II as Allied radar read their crew. And what we knew was probably due. the great American wall builder said, I know what to do. I can use you. Just let it through. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Yet 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. You guard a tree and leave a stump. That's not what I call guardian. You embody actual trump. You're a real card, your father's son. You're a real card, your father's suit. You're a real card, your father's loot. It's not the thing you swear upon. It's what your heart was. It's what your heart wants. It's what your heart will not abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's how your word becomes action. It's that your word's an honest one. How long must you menace us? Do you doubt the new Colossus? You're a real card. You're a real card. You're a real card. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. Six feet of separation. 6 degrees of separation. 6 feet of Kevin Bacon. 6 feet of separation. Didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Prepared people can plan and plan quick. to cause a panic, yet 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. The Nazis lost in World War II. And their crew. And what we knew was probably due. The great American wall builder said, I know what to do. I can use you. Just let it through. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Yet 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. To guard a tree and leave a stump, I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump, I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump, I don't perceive a guardian. You guard a tree and leave a stump. That's not what I call guardian. You embody actual trump. You're a real card, your father's son. You're a real card, your father's suit. You're a real card, your father's loot. It's not the thing you swear upon. It's what your heart was. It's what your heart wants. It's what your heart will not abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's how your word becomes action. It's that your word's an honest one. How long must you menace us? Do you doubt the new Colossus? You're a real card. You're a real card. You're a real card. 6 the feet of separation. 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 6 the feet separation. 6 degrees of separation. 6 the feet of Kevin Bacon. 6 the feet of separation. Didn't mean to cause a panic. You didn't mean to cause a panic. Prepared people can plan and plan for it. You didn't mean to cause a panic. You meant to draw iceberg Titanic. You didn't mean to cause a panic, yet 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. The Nazis lost in World War II as Allied radar read their crew. And what we knew was probably true. The great American wall builder said, I know what to do. I can use you. Just let it through. You didn't mean to cause a panic. You didn't mean to cause a panic. Yet 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. You guard a tree and leave a stump. That's not what I call guardian. You embody actual trump. You're a real card, your father's son. You're a real card, your father's suit. You're a real card, your father's loot. It's not the thing you swear upon. It's what your heart was. It's what your heart wants. It's what your heart will not abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's how your word becomes action. It's that your word's an honest one. How long must you menace us? Do you doubt the new Colossus? You're a real card. real card. 6 feet of separation. 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 6 degrees of separation. 6 feet of Kevin Bacon. 6 feet of separation. Didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Prepared people can plan and panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He meant to draw iceberg Titanic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Yet 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. The Nazis lost in World War II as Allied radar read their crew. And what we knew was probably due. The great American wall builder said, I know what to do. I can use you. Just let it through. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Yet 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. Guard a tree and leave a stump. Don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. You guard a tree and leave a stump. That's not what I call guardian. You embody actual Trump. You're a real card, your father's son. You're a real card, your father's suit. You're a real card, your father's loot. It's not the thing you swear upon. It's what your heart was. It's what your heart wants. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's how your word becomes action. It's that your word's an honest poem. How long must you menace us? Do you doubt the new colossus? You're a real card. You're a real card. You're a real card. 6 feet of separation. 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 6 degrees of separation. 6 feet of Kevin Bacon. 6 feet of separation. Didn't mean to cause a panic. You didn't mean to cause a panic. Prepared people can plan and plan quick. You didn't mean to cause a panic. You meant to draw iceberg Titanic. You didn't mean to cause a panic, yet 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. The Nazis lost in World War II as Allied radar read their crew. And what we knew was probably due. The great American wall builder said, I know what to do. I can use you. Just let it through. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Yet 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. You guard a tree and leave a stump. That's not what I call guardian. You embody actual Trump. You're a real card, your father. You're a real card, your father's suit. You're a real card, your father's loot. It's not the thing you swear upon. It's what your heart was. It's what your heart wants. It's what your heart will not abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's how your word becomes action. It's that your word's an honest one. How long must you menace us? Do you doubt the new Colossus? You're a real card. You're a real card. You're a real card. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. Six feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 degrees of separation. 6 the feet of separation, 6 degrees of separation, 6 the feet of Kevin Bacon, 6 the feet of separation. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Prepared people can plan and plan quick. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He meant to draw iceberg Titanic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Yet 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. The Nazis lost in World War II as Allied radar read their crew. And what we knew was probably due. The great American wall builder said, I know what to do. I can use you. Just let it through. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He didn't mean to cause a panic. Yet 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. To guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. You guard a tree and leave a stump. That's not what I call guardian. You embody actual trump. You're a real card, your father's son. You're a real card, your father's suit. You're a real card, your father's loot. It's not the thing you swear upon. It's what your heart was. It's what your heart wants. It's what your heart will not abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's how your word becomes action. It's that your word's an honest one. How long must you menace us? Do you doubt the new Colossus? You're a real feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation.